Hey guys, forgive me for looking a little tired. I was just sorting out all the Thanksgiving stuff and I thought I would share my Thanksgiving planning with you. Just to kind of tell you what I plan for. Maybe you want to be more organized this year, or maybe it's your first year hosting Thanksgiving and you might want some ideas from people who've done it. So I just made this planner and I'm using it kind of just to remind me what to tell you that I do, that I plan for and how I do it. But I will make this as something I just made, and I'll put it on my blog for you, and I'll try to remember to link it below so that you can just go print it. It's free. I just thought maybe you, like, if you need to organize, it's not fancy. Disclaimer. It's just a bunch of charts that I use to plan with, and just in case you need one. So one of the first things I plan is cleaning. And I have not only my task, but who is responsible for it. As the years go by, I make my kids do more and more. And I also have a completion date for that, like when I want something clean by. Because for the most part, cleaning is something you can do more ahead of time than a lot of the food. And then when I'm done with all of this, I go back and I put it on the calendar part, which I'll come back to in a minute. So cleaning is one of the things I plan for. I don't clean my whole house and I don't deep clean. I keep it clean enough during the year that it's really more like the main areas people are going to be in: living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom. Those get a little more serious of a treatment. And what I plan for those is different per year. Like this year, I'm having my kids wash the living room windows. I don't normally do that as part of it, but they need it right now, so it's a good excuse to make them do it. Another thing I plan is decorations, and I have two sections on my decoration planner. One is just regular decorations and one is the tablescape. I have the item for the regular decorations, item, the room it's in, and who's providing it. I didn't put my living room this time because that's already decorated. I did that the first day of fall and I'm just leaving that. But I have not yet done my front porch, which I usually have done by now. So I do have that on here that I just need to get a small hay bale and some pumpkins for it, going simple. And for the room, I just put front porch and I'm the one providing it. And then for the table, I put a different section for the whole tablescape. I haven't decided yet what I'm doing for the table this year. Normally that's one of the first things I decide. It just hasn't come to me yet, but I know like I'll need a tablecloth. I'll probably use the chargers I already have, plates, napkins, stuff like that. So I have that plus who's providing other notes just in case I have somebody bring something. I've borrowed my mother-in-law's chargers before. And everywhere that I put something like who's providing it, that helps me not only know what I still have to make sure I pull out or buy, but also who to return things to. So I'm not remembering which serving dish goes to my mother-in-law, which serving dish goes to my brother-in-law. So that's on a lot of different things. You'll see the who's providing it. Decorations and entertainment is another thing that I have. And I have two sections for that too. One of them is for kids and then one is for adults. This is a section I kind of added for you guys. Normally, I will stop by either the dollar store or the dollar spot at Target and get kids stuff. My kids are the only young kids here. Their cousins are all, the next youngest one is a senior in high school this year. And I have an 8, 9, and 13-year-old. No, 9, 10, and 13-year-old. Don't tell them I got their names wrong. I mean, their years wrong. But I'll just pick out a craft for them to do. They're pretty good, especially since it's not like a bunch of kids running around here. But if you have more kids coming, this can give you a chance to plan out something to keep them occupied. So I just put craft and dollar spot, who's in charge of it, because maybe you want like another adult running a certain game or something for them, and where it's going to be located. I'm going to put that out in the girls' room. And they also have a play set and stuff outside that they'll play with. And they'll actually socialize with the adults quite a bit too. For the adults, my husband is working that day. All the other adults will probably just want to sit around and talk and maybe watch football. So that's what I have there, and my brother-in-law will be charged with the football game. Then for the other thing for how I plan the meal. So I put this in the printable, it's the meal. And for my plannings for the meal, I put the item, and I have them broken down. I've got side items, desserts, other, in case there's something I forgot, the turkey, the appetizers, the drinks. And then I also included in this for you a blank one in case you either didn't have room on the other subjects, subcategories, or if you maybe just have other stuff, a category that doesn't fit in a category I have. But I also have, besides the item, I plan the container it has to cook in, because the very first time I did Thanksgiving at my house, I did plan on different things, realizing I only have one saucepan that I needed to be cooking 2 different things in at one time. So I have that to help me remember and plan that out better. A container to serve it in, whether that's glasses for drinks, a pie pan to make sure I have enough pie pans for what I'm planning, a basket for rolls, a serving ware. Also, I also put in there like a pie server or a slotted spoon to make sure I have enough of those things, and that if I don't, I can ask someone who's coming to bring theirs. Again, who's providing it comes over into that one. And then other notes, because every now and then I'll come up with something that I want to put, like I still need to pick this up at the store, or I want to try a different recipe for this. Sometimes I just need to put a different note on there. So items, the item I'm going to cook it in, the item it's going to be served in, or serving ware that goes with it, who's providing that, whether it's the serving ware or the item itself, and then any other note space. So then after I have planned the meal and the entertainment and the decorations and the cleaning, then I go back to this blank November calendar, and really this is just a grid. It does not, if you go to my blog and print this out, it does not have any dates in here, nor does it have days of the week up here, because sometimes I do Sunday through Saturday, sometimes I do Monday through Sunday for my weeks, and I wanted to be able to, when I made this a few years ago, I wanted to be able to use it every year, so I didn't put any dates on it. But I take all my other papers and I go back and I back plan from that day, so that I know, like on Thanksgiving Day, I am only setting out the appetizers and making drinks, and I'm making the turkey, the Brussels sprouts, and the gravy. The day before, I actually do the majority of my cooking. I do the pies, the rolls, the mashed potatoes. I do those ahead, and I actually just reheat them with a little bit of melted butter or milk. Works well for me. I make the appetizers, the cleaning list on here for that day. The kids will be cleaning the bathrooms and the floors. I brine my turkey, so 2 days before Thanksgiving on here, I have to start the brine, and I actually do 2 turkeys, and I cook one earlier in the week because big family, and I just reheat one if we need it. Plus, I want to make sure that we don't eat it all, that I have leftovers, because I love to make all the different things with leftovers, which I will share with you in the future. So I actually have early in the week, there's Thanksgiving, this stuff before, brining my turkey, and this is cooking turkey number 1 and brining turkey number 1. These are all T2, turkey 2. I also have my cleaning I set out. I'm decleaning the kitchen these days. I have shopping, like I need to make sure I have whatever, I need to buy a new turkey platter this year. In fact, I was going to highlight that on if there's something I need to buy other than groceries, I usually highlight it on my planning list. I broke my platter last year, so I need a new platter this year. So I have decorating the porch on here. I have shopping for all the things like the platter, the tablescape, once I've decided, things like that. So that's just a basic how I plan. It's not like the 30-page Etsy detailed planner, but it works for me. It's detailed enough that I feel like my brain is completely organized, but not so incredibly detailed that it overwhelms me. And if you want a copy of this, like I said, it's free on my blog, dailyration.net, and I'll try to remember to link it below. But those are just that's really just how I do it. I've planned Thanksgiving enough that I pretty much know what we're making. I will do 1 or 2 new things each year, but not a whole lot. So I don't pull out a whole bunch of recipes. I know where they are, things like that. But you could always put that in the other notes section if you are trying to pull recipes from different places and put your whole menu together. But for me, putting the menu together is not the hard part anymore. It's the getting everything ready. So hope that helps you. If you have any questions about how I plan or anything in particular or something specific, let me know, and I will respond to you in the comments, okay?